Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm from Australia. This is my husband.
Hi, I'm John. Grew up in Maryland, but live in Australia with Jennifer now.
So we came to Panama this month, May 2025, to do the Panama Relocation Tour and just wanted to check it out, see if it was a possible place for us to retire. We had sort of already decided we were going to move here before we came here, and this was the final, this is definitely right for us. Wanted to make sure, come here and make sure it was as good as they said it was going to be.
Yeah, we've been doing research for the last couple of years, so we kind of knew this was probably going to be our home, but we had to get here to make sure it was. And we've been exploring the last few days, and we know for sure it's our home.
So the tour was 6 days, 7 nights altogether. So started off Friday in Panama City, and then Saturday is officially when we met the group, and we had a bit of an orientation at the hotel. And then for the week, we just get taken around different parts of the country, seeing rentals and meeting expats, checking out the different areas to see if we like them or not, sort of like, the Goldilocks. Is this too hot or too cold? Nothing's been too cold yet. So just kind of getting a feel for the country, and then just getting lots of information along the way on everything you could possibly want to know, and being able to ask questions, and just having these 2 guides that are amazing. They just have so much information to give us, and no question goes unanswered.
Also, the people that were on the tour, it was fun because we all meshed really well. So it really made it a lot more exciting because everybody had a common goal and stuff. So it was great meeting all the people. Pretty much what Jackie said in previous tours was dead on. I mean, there wasn't really any surprises at all.
Oh, it was amazing. We've been on tours in lots of different countries, and just the level of detail at the start with the photos of this is where you're going to walk out of the airport, and this is where you're going to walk across the Diversity crossing. This is going to be the person picking you up. So just right from the start, it was just incredibly detailed. And then, very organized. And there was just a couple of times we had to be fluid, just go with the flow. And we always knew that the guides and Jorge, the driver, they were just going to take care of us no matter what.
Food was amazing, probably more food than I'm used to eating, but the food was top notch, no question there at all. Restaurants, all of them top notch. Where we stayed, everything was fantastic there.
I mean, there was restaurants that we ate in Boquete that were not really in our budget, so something we wouldn't really spend that kind of money to go there. So it was great to eat at these restaurants that were probably won't really come back here maybe. So that was fantastic. Definitely a good start. There's areas that we'll want to explore, go back to, but I think it gives you a really good overview of city, beach, mountain, and just takes you through, really busy areas and then the really quiet ones.
So in Boquete is probably the area where we're at right now, is what we'll probably end up picking. Not sure where, just because of the altitude. We'd rather be up a little bit higher, being cooler. Maybe down the road we might look at other areas, but I think this area here, Boquete, Alto, or Baja, not sure which one, probably will end up settling.
Not just for the initial move, for down the road when we decide to buy a property, when we decide to buy a car, just there's always the guide that we'll be able to go back to. So so not only is there more than enough information to make the move easier, then in the future we'll still be reaching out. And then the Facebook group, when you're living here and you're like, I really want to find sour cream, and you have all the replies saying, oh, try here, I saw it in David last week. So definitely it's a fantastic resource.
And can I just touch on it? We've already experienced the medical aspect of it. Unfortunately, Jen had a little tooth that needed to be fixed, and I had to go see the doctor for a mild stomach issue. So it was easy, $15 to see the doctor. I mean, it was just in and out. It was so easy and painless. So, and that was just a recommendation from the guy. Basically, I just went in and he goes, what's your problem? And I said, I feel like I have maybe a little bit of a stomach bug. It's all different foods and stuff. And he goes, okay, we'll do a little bit of a stool sample, and come back tomorrow and we'll go over the results. I said, great. So it was $15 for that visit. Gave me some medication to settle the stomach down, and then came back the next day. Apparently I had a parasite, which is pretty common. So he gave me some stuff for 3 days, and he goes, you should be fine. Yeah. And I said, another $15 for that. So and on the whole, maybe $30 for the doctor visit, and medication might cost me $20. So yeah.
I think the standout for the doctor as well was just walking in, and the first time was maybe after filling out the paperwork, 1 minute wait. And when we went back, the next wait was a 2-minute wait. It was just, yeah, so just being able to walk into a doctor with no appointment and also being able to WhatsApp a doctor is just so foreign to us. So that just, yeah, spoke volumes about Panama.
And they're so reassuring too. It's like, yeah, you'll be fine in a few days. No, no big deal. Like, that kind of laid back attitude they have here.
So it was actually the farewell dinner, and I was biting into a bread roll, and I felt something, and I cracked a little bit of a tooth at the back, which is my fault. I haven't been to the dentist for a few years. So I went to the guy, Jolene, please help me. So she gave me the WhatsApp for Dr. Lou's. And I actually WhatsApped her 9 o'clock that night, just wanted to let her know I wanted to come in tomorrow. And then the next morning I got a message at 10 to 7 saying, great, come in at 10:30. So we walked down there and did the paperwork, an hour for a filling. It cost me $80, which with no insurance was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And she was just fantastic, very sweet. And she was humming a tune while she was working on me, and she kept on checking, are you okay? And then she said, you're such a good patient. And so it was just a nice experience for someone that doesn't like the dentist. And just to sort of get that kind of turnaround time. In Australia, if you've got an emergency, it still will let you know when we can get you in. It might be a week. So yeah, to be able to go to the dentist the next day and to have such a great experience was a big tick again. For people sitting on the fence, the tour was so easy, and you've got people that are all like-minded. They're all on the tour to check out Panama and to see, if it's right for them or not. So even when you're sitting at a table full of strangers, you just naturally strike up conversations, you get to know each other, find out where people are from, and it's as easy as, where are you from? Oh, okay. Well, why are you on the tour? And you can just talk to anybody, and everyone's so friendly. And then you just kind of keep mixing around the different meals. You just keep meeting other people, and you find some of your tribe maybe that you like to spend more time with. But yeah, the tour part is nothing to be worried about. Even if you're a single, the singles were so well taken care of. We were always making sure that we were including them, and they were never by themselves. So
yeah, there was quite a few singles. I was surprised. There's about 4 or 5 singles on there. So it's, yeah, you try to blend in with everybody, because obviously when you're single, it's a little more daunting. But I think most people, yeah, understood that and got along great. And like I said, the tour was everything what we anticipated and probably even more. And though it was full on all days, you still had time to relax and breaks. I mean, there was always enough breaks throughout the day. Sometimes we'd arrive at 4 in the afternoon, and then you'd have the rest of the evening, for dinner, and then that was it. And especially for us, it was more important because we live so far away. It's not easy just to come back for a second visit. I understand some people might think it's a lot of money, and they might think they can do it on their own, but there's still a lot of things that you don't learn from Facebook groups that you pick up on a tour. And Jolene was fantastic with that. It was just some inside information that we would have never learned from groups and stuff. So for me, it's like we planned for 2 years. Probably should have done it sooner, but I mean, you got to get here. It's easy to get here, especially if you live in North America. Just imagine, for us, it's a 21-hour flight. For most North Americans, it's 5 hours. It's easy to visit, easy to get through the language barrier. It's really not that difficult. Even Google Translate or not, Jen and I have found most people will, like I say, work with you if you're stumbling along with the words and stuff. Jen is probably better with the Spanish than me, but they like her, and they like her accent better. So
yeah, definitely. Like, life's short. What are you waiting for? Like, I'm youngish, but I'm ready for retirement, and we're ready to travel the world. So Panama's such a central location for us to do some more travel. So what's the worst that can happen? You come here and it's not for you, and you've still had a fantastic vacation and gotten to know a little bit about another country. So yeah, don't wait.